morning, children. My name is M.S. Somshekar from Neelambika Girls High School, Sirigere. Today, I will teach you a lesson from the 10th standard English in the supplementary reading section. The second lesson, that is On Top of the World by Dickie Dolma. In the previous classes, we have already learned something about this lesson of Dickie Dolma, the lesson On Top of the World. So here is a life story or autobiography of the Dickie Dolma. Dickie Dolma became the youngest woman in the world who scaled the Mount Everest. What are the reasons for her achievement? How she had become the youngest woman to achieve that great name. So I learned something that she told that she was born in Palchan near the foothills of the Himalaya in Himachal Pradesh. Initially, from her childhood, she had a hardship of life. She lost her mother, even her brother also. And her interest was, she was regularly playing the skiing. And from 1989, she had been participating in the national as well as the international, and also won number of the medals in it. Taking the challenge was not difficult for her because she was fascinated by the grandeur beauty of the Himalayas. And every morning when she woke up, they are the first things she used to see. So along with this, she had an urge to climb and take a breathtaking view from the top of the mountain was one of the reasons. So when she grew up, along with her desire to climb the Mount Everest also grew. That grew when she learned that there was a training institute at Maharivasapatnam. Seeing her decision, determination, her friends and family supported a lot. She took a basic mountaineering training at Manali in 1991. It was again her hard work and determination made her to score A grades in it. But more than that, what gave me immense satisfaction was her name was cleared in All India expedition to the Mount Everest. Then again they have to go for other 3 mountains expedition before they go to the Mount Everest. This much we have learned. So her name was clear in the list, her name was there. Seeing the list itself, she felt as if her dream came true. It was the moment I had been waiting from since her childhood. She had been waiting for that opportunity. For the final selection, they had to climb other 3 mountains before the Mount Everest. In all these 3 expeditions, they will pick out best among the trainees. So she also went successfully, and so and at last she even selected for the final expedition to the Mount Everest. Let's continue. After the completion of the course, I was assured of a place in the team. I climbed Mount Everest on May 10th, 1993 and became the youngest woman in the world to have achieved the awesome feat of scaling the world's highest peak. I had just turned 19 and suddenly I had the whole world at my feet, literally. See, in this paragraph, the author Dickie Dolma used to say she completed her course, which was basic training course at Manali. After the completion of the course, she was assured, she get assurance that there will be a place in the team. A team will be sent to scale the Mount Everest. She surely came to know that after the completion of this course, she very well knew that she would be selected in the team. And Lord selected, she climbed the Mount Everest. She climbed the Mount Everest on May 10th, 1993. May 10th, 1993. By climbing this on that day, became the youngest woman in the world. Youngest woman in the world to have achieved that awesome is so a great fear of cause, a great fear of thing. So climbing the Mount Everest is not so easy, it's very difficult one, very risky one. Though she climbed that Mount Everest, world's highest peak, at the very early age, at the young age. That's why she known as the youngest woman in the world to achieve this awesome. Awesome means causing feat of scaling world's highest peak. Which is the world's highest peak? Yes, Mount Everest is the world's highest peak. She climbed that world's highest peak on 10th May 1993 and became the world's youngest woman to climb that. So then what would be her age? Just she was 19. I had just turned 19 and suddenly I had the whole world at my feet. So when she climbed the Mount Everest, when she stood at the top of the Mount Everest, so literally she felt. What did she feel? The whole world was at her face because it was the highest peak. So the whole world will be under her feet. She felt so little means. So it was literally means in true sense. In true sense she felt. So in true sense she felt that. In a true sense she felt that the whole world was at her feet because she was the top of the world's highest peak. She felt that the whole world was at her feet. Next paragraph. The view from the above. So how was the view? That was her aim. Her aim was to look down the breathtaking view from the top of the Everest. That's why she climbed the climbed the Everest. The view from the above is something. She told. How was the view from the top of the Mount Everest? That only an Everester will understand. She told. So though she expressed, though she described her feeling, how was the view from the top of the Everest? Though she told, we cannot understand. Why? Because we don't know that. Because we don't know that. Without having an experience of that, we can't understand. So what feelings would come in her mind when she saw the breathtaking view from the top of the Everest? It was much more breathtaking, but perhaps not be able to fully describe. Clear understand? So what she told? When she climbed the Mount Everest, her vision from the top of the Mount Everest cannot be understood by the others. Only Everester can understand. But perhaps not able to fully describe. Means that experience cannot be described in words, or there may be no words to describe the feeling she had got when she climbed the Mount Everest. So just you can feel, you can enjoy, but not express. So there is no such word to express exactly what she had felt on the top of the Everest. It was much more breathtaking. Breathtaking means unable to express. Unable to express. She was unable to express what she had felt there. She was unable to express what she had felt that I could have ever have imagined. She never had imagined. She might have imagined this would be like this. From the top of the Mount Everest, we can see such kind of scene. What she had thought was wrong. It was much more breathtaking. It was much more means More than breathtaking means unable to express than I could ever have imagined. She had never imagined how would be the breathtaking view from the Everest. The entire nationals and state awards after her return from the Mount Everest, she was honored with the state government as well as the national state central government honored her with the national and state awards. The entire national state awards that have been bestowed or given with are nothing compared to the experience of seeing the view. She had received so many honors and prizes both by central and the state government. So if you put all those honors and medals, prizes together, that happiness cannot be compared to the expression of seeing the view. It means seeing the view from the top is more experienceable, more feeling, more enjoy than what she has given by the governments. Those awards could not be compared. The total of all those happiness cannot be compared with the what she has enjoyed from the top of the world. There is more experience she has got. Yes, for mountaineering being tough sport. So we all know that it is not an easy sport. Mountaineering is a really tough sport because it is involved in a lot of risks. There's a life threat. So many problems are there. Really, it is a tough sport. So frankly, she is studying. The thought never crossed my mind. She never thought it is a tough sport. It is right. If you thought so, you can't achieve. That idea will come in your mind. It is tough, you never learn it. You just feel it's easy, definitely will learn it. So whatever the task, you should not feel it is a tough. Okay? So though mountaineering is a tough game, she never thought that it was a tough. She never, because she had a great interest in it. That's why she never thought it was a tough. That idea never crossed her mind. Maybe it was by zeal for the work. Zeal means desire. It may be her great desire for the work of scaling the mountain must be the reason for it. Scaling peaks is the second nature to me. First one is the zeal towards the work. Second one is the scaling peaks is the second nature to me. Because of these two things, she might have did it naturally without difficulty. It was very determined that and was willing to go to any lengths to achieve my goal. I was very determined. She was very clearly determined. She has really decided and was willing to go to any lengths. You know, going to any length to take any risk. Any length means she is ready to take any risk to achieve her goal. What was her goal? Her goal was to climb the top of the Mount Everest and see the breathtaking view from the top. That was her aim. To reach that goal, she was ready to take any risk. She was ready to take risk. She was ready to face any problems. For that purpose, she was able to success. When it comes to hard work, those kinds of goals involve a lot of works and hard work. So when it comes to hard work, I had never been scared. If it's hard work, she never scared her. Let it be. I am ready to do. I am ready to take any hard work. She was a hard worker. She never felt it is a hard work. She felt it very happily. It is my work. It is my path. That's why she achieved a great thing. The next paragraph. As for sincerity and responsibility, they are very essential. Which are them? Sincerity and responsibility. So whatever the task we take, we should be honest to that. We should be sincere towards our work. We should not simply do our works. Whatever the work you do, whatever the field you choose, you should do it sincerely. Sincerely is very, very important. And moreover, we should really take responsibility. So anybody can think, but taking the responsibility is not so easy. They will go away if the responsibility comes. But Dicky Dorma was not like that. She was ready to take any sincerity and responsibility. She always ready to accept any kind of sincerity and responsibility. I am not Shrikar. She said, I am not a Shrikar. What is Shrikar? Shrikar was a person running away from the risk or responsibility. Shrikar is a person, a friend of her, who was the nature. What was nature? Whenever the responsibility and risk comes, he want to go away from it. She was not like that. If any risk or any responsibility comes, she was ready to accept it. She was ready to undergo it. She never thought it is not my part. She is ready to take any risk or any responsibility to reach our goal. In fact, the earlier hardships of life had helped me. What helped to take such responsibilities? Early hardships. We know that our life was very hard. She lost her mother when she was 11. Not before a couple of years, she lost even her loving brother. That hardships might have learned her these kinds of the responsibilities and the hardships, because her early hardships of life helped to realize what she as well as she understood that success always follows hard work and dedication. It's a very, very important line. So I will read once again. Listen to it. In fact, the early hardships of life had helped me to realize what she says, that success always follows hard work and dedication. She told that her early hardships, she underwent so many hardships in her life in early age. That helped her to realize that the early hardships made her to understand and realize the fact. It was the fact. Success never follows ordinary person. Success never follows lazy fellow. Success will follow hard worker and dedication. So if you work hard with the dedication, definitely will get success. That she was believed firmly in her life. For that purpose, she was able to achieve such great fate in her engage. In my quest for the Everest, quest means search. Quest means search for the Everest. In my quest for Everest, I used to practice 4 hours daily. How long did she work every day? In her quest for Everest, she worked about 4 hours daily. She used to practice 4 hours daily. Such a hard work she had made. Because of that, she was able to achieve a great thing in her life. Next, so what are the problems that come across in her life while making success? More than the physical and mental problems, my biggest headache was my financial situation. When I was getting ready for the final 40 my father was bedridden and a lot of money was needed for his treatment. So the family had very little to offer me. We had to take a sufficient amount with us, which was really big for me. Yet I never once considered leaving the spot. See. So usually the problem of any person will be mental and physically. Physically she was fit. Physically her body is ready to take any risk or responsibility. Mind is also very important. So physical and mental problem. But she was physically fit and mentally fit. Though there are some people they are physically fit, mentally they are fit. Mentally they will disturb you. How can I climb? If something happens, what will happen to me? Mentally they will have a negative thoughts. But for the Dikidorma, physically and mentally are not the problems. She was very strong, both physically as well as mentally. But she had a problem. But her problem was not mental problem or physical problem, but it was financial problem, money problem. Her biggest headache, the biggest problem was her financial condition because she was come from a poor family. When I was getting ready for the final for dinner, she was getting ready for the final expedition. Her father was bedridden. Her father was suffering from disease. He was bedridden. He needs treatment. Needed a lot of money for his treatment. And a lot of money was needed for his treatment. So, the family had a very little to offer me. So, what was her condition? The physically and mental her condition was very good. But her real headache was financial problem. When she was getting ready for the final expedition, her father was bedridden. He needed a treatment. For his treatment, lot of money is needed. So, being a poor family, they are not able to give much money for her work. That's why they offered very little. They offered very little to me. We had to take a sufficient amount with us. Whenever they go for an expedition, they had to take some sufficient amount with us, but which was really big. Though it was not a big, but for her it was a very big amount. That sufficient amount for the further expedition was really a big amount for her because the family was in a poor condition. Though there is some money with her, but it was needed for the treatment of her father. So it was a very big amount for him, for Dikidorma. Yet, though her father was bedridden, though there is a financial problem, she never dropped her idea. She never gave up her goal. See, I never once considered leaving the spot. She never considered I have to leave the spot. She never thought I should go, I should achieve. She always thought positively. So though her life is full of problems, even in the final expedition, there's a lot of money problem. Her father has bedridden. He needed a treatment immediately. It needed a lot of money, but she never dropped the idea of climbing the Mount Everest or reaching her goal. So this is, in spite of these difficulties, in spite of all these difficulties, she achieved a great thing. See, so what we people do, so whenever we put aims ourselves, we never try to get the right path for that. We are always thinking in negative sense. It is not possible for me. There is no good support from family. There is no good support from the teachers. There is no support from the friends. Like this, we are always goes on giving the negative attitude towards our achievements. That hinders our achievement. That's why we should never thought of the problems. Problems will be there in everybody's life. The successful is the one who will get rid of those difficulties, come out of those difficulties, and show as a hero or heroine in his life. So that kind of person will get success. One such person was Dikidorma. Really, she had a lot of problem. Her father was bedridden. He needed treatment. The problem is that the family was in poor condition. They are not able to offer much money. So besides, she was mentally and physically fit. That was her biggest problem. Though she never thought about it. She never thought to stop her reaching the goal. Let's see, what was she beside this achievement? Beside mountaineering, I love to listen to music, especially old Hindi film song. So Dikidorma, we know that she was a great mountaineer, youngest among the She loved to listen to the music. She is a lover of music. She loved to listen to music, especially old Hindi film songs. I lost my father a year and a half after scaling the Mount Everest. After she scaled the mountain in 1983, after 1.5 years, she lost her father because he was already bedridden. Currently, I am what present she was doing. She made a great achievement as a mountaineer. After her return, within a 1.5 year, her father died. What she was doing now? Now she was at present teaching mountaineering. What she was doing? Teaching mountaineering, teaching the students the course of the mountaineering at the institute where I had learned the ropes myself. So where she had learned? She had learned the Institute of Manali. The same institute, she was working as a tutor, as a teacher for the trainees. What trainees? Mountaineering trainees. She was giving them training. She was teaching. Then the same institute of Manali where she had been trained. So learned ropes of myself. Ropes of myself means learned scaling with the help of the ropes. She has learned to climb the Mount Everest with the help of the ropes. The same way she was teaching, training the mountaineering students, the same institution at Manali where she had learned. Now at least now she was working as a teacher in Manali Training Institute for Mountaineering. So where she has learned the same school, now she was working as a teacher. I would like my children. That's what she was telling you. I like my children to take up adventurous sports. She always expects the children to take some adventure sports provided they are willing. If they are willing, please provide. Definitely they will do. If they are willing, they can do anything. That's why. So more and more children should take up some adventure sports. It's very, it gives thrill, it gives name, it gives your, it fulfill your zeal, enthusiasm, etc. That's why. So each and everyone should try to have a goal and reach with enthusiasm, with hard work. Definitely will reach your goal. Proper guidance, hard work, dedication, all these are needed. So with the help of these, definitely we can reach any goal. That's why more and more children should take up adventurous sports like mountaineering. I think you have understood well. The lesson is very easy. You might have understood the lesson easily. I think you might have understood clearly. And go to the question. Only a few questions are there. 2, 3, 4 questions are there about this story. Read the questions properly and try to answer them. So answer directly and simply. Use simple and direct language to answer the questions. The questions are very short questions. Read the short questions and try to answer. Thank you.